now.
Pixelating. Welcome. We haven't seen you in a while.
Good to see you guys.
All right, take two since the weather just so rudely decided to cut us off last time. Jack Pilgrim here with Zack Geoghegan and Jacob Polacheck. Wait, you don't?
I just found you guys. I was just walking around.
Yeah, he's not even credentialed. He stole that.
Yeah, I printed this myself.
It actually does say women's basketball, so... Oh, they all say that. Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
Well,
So we're here at the women's
it works.
basketball, Kentucky versus Texas game.
yeah, here Coach Schaefer has a good game plan drawn up. Anyone know Coach Schaefer?
I have a buddy. Yeah, I have a buddy named Schaefer.
All right, anyway, Cats versus the Texas Longhorns coming off a 3-game winning streak, all 3 by 12-plus points. Not the prettiest first halves by any stretch of the imagination, but definitely very, very fun in the second half. How, Zachary, do they continue the second half success that we all know and love, but also throw away the first half and start the same way we're seeing them close games?
Jackery, if I knew the answer to that question, I'd be making $6 million a year coaching Kentucky basketball, because no one seems to know the answer to that question right now. Why can Kentucky not seem to get off to a good start? I have no idea. The players don't even know.
In fact, I asked
the
Mark
coaches
Hope
don't know,
and he said, I don't know.
His answer was he doesn't know either.
But yeah,
and I mean, you can, it's probably mental at this point, honestly, like, or just coming out of the gate ready to go. So let's see if they can actually, get that juice going early and translate the second half stuff that we've seen into the first half, because if they can put together 2 complete halves playing at the level they have been over the last 3 games, you've got a pretty good basketball team. So Texas comes to town. They just lost. They're 2-3 in the SEC. They just lost to Texas A&M.
Correct.
But they have some good wins. They beat at Alabama, where Kentucky got smacked. Beat Vanderbilt at home. Vanderbilt's kind of seeming to be like an up and down team.
16-game winning streak.
Yeah, but then have lost to Mississippi State in overtime, and then lost to Texas A&M. So they're kind of an up and down team too. But the best team in the country getting the free throw line. They've got 4 guys that score 13 or more. Their 7-footer gets the free throw line literally more than anyone in the entire country.
And what's his last name, Zach?
His first name is Matas.
There you go.
Matas V. His last name starts with a V, so that's all we'll say. Mark Pope was actually I'm not going to say his last name either, because it's, you don't want to butcher it and sound stupid. So Texas presents a lot of challenges for Kentucky, not something that they haven't seen all season in terms of teams that are big and like the offensive rebound, but Tremont Mark, a guy that Kentucky saw scored 26 of them last year, he's back in this game as well. So new head coach, but kind of the same style, at least for Texas. Like, they're kind of a better offensive team, not too much of a defensive team, at least right now in the season. So we'll see how it goes. Kentucky's in good shape to go move it to 4 straight wins for the first time since when, Jack? I don't know if we got to include that.
Under Mark Pope. He's never done it.
4 straight SEC wins. So could happen tonight.
Jacob Polacheck, does it happen tonight? Is Kentucky able to make this 4 straight wins for the first time under Mark Pope? Just go ahead and spit for us.
Yeah, well, if you look at our staff predictions, I predicted it. I think I have them by the biggest win margin of anyone on the staff, winning by 10 points. So I think it happens, and I think we actually see a good first half from Kentucky, which might be a hot take at this point, given how they've played. So I think that we actually see a complete game. I want to see some consistency with the lineups, and I think now with Lowe and JQ out, you can start to see some consistency and some just guys filling in their roles, knowing what their roles are. I'd like to see that tonight.
Speaking of lineups,
here we go. This musical chairs nonsense.
Speaking of lineups,
is dumb. Colin Chandler, I have bad news for you folks.
Tell me.
Was not a participant today at shoot around. I just walked right before this. I stuck my head in and checked. I did not see him out there quite yet. He is under the weather. Technically a game time decision, something I am monitoring, where even if he does decide to give it a go, definitely not going to be playing at 100%. How does that impact it coming off his 4 of 6 performance from 3 down in Knoxville?
Yeah, well, it's interesting because he was not on the availability report at all yesterday, so I wonder if he'll be on it. It's probably
very
out
similar
already.
to Ortega, actually. Very, very similar in terms of just kind of woke up feeling very fluey.
Fluey. Yeah, it's going around right now. But Colin Chandler, we've talked about it a couple times over the last couple of weeks, is ends of the floor for Kentucky right now, and not having him would kind of be a big blow because it felt like he was starting to really, for the first time since the beginning of the season when he was scoring in double figures regularly, for the first time since then it felt like he was actually hitting a groove and playing the basketball we expected out of him. So that would be a bummer if he's not allowed to go. Do you got something for me there?
As of right this minute, still nothing on the official availability report. Only Jalen Lowe and Jaden Clayton's out. So we'll see.
Go Cats.
I'm surprised they didn't at least just throw him in there as questionable, but
maybe he'll end up suiting up and play last minute. You know?
Our friend Lucas Witz still says, as of right now, no sign of Colin Chandler. So we're down to minutes now. We're 54 minutes away from tip-off. So we will see if we see Colin Chandler. But Jasper Johnson did give us very, very good minutes, 12 points off the bench down there to help Kentucky kind of stay alive in the first half in Knoxville. Had some unbelievable passes, and as a playmaker, definitely kind of changed the game in the second half. Is he a capable replacement if Colin is not either unable to go or not able to play at 100%?
I definitely think he is. And I think that, like I talked about with the line of consistency, Jasper is best when he gets those consistent minutes and can start to get into a rhythm. And I think that tonight will offer him that opportunity. Obviously, he's a freshman, so every game that he plays, he gets more experience. And so I have high hopes for Jasper Johnson tonight, and I think that he can have a really good game.
What did you like about Jasper's performance in Knoxville, and is it sustainable long-term? This is just ridiculous. Is it sustainable long-term for Jasper to kind of be the five-star signee that we kind of hoped he would become here?
It kind of needs to be.
Yeah.
So we will hope that that's the case. I have no reason to really. I mean, I'm sure he's going to have up and down games. Like, he's not going to score 12 points in every first half for the rest of the season. But as long as he can go out there and, like, he doesn't have to score. Like, he's a great playmaker. He's probably the best.
Oh, Colin Chandler is warming up. Just came out. We have
just
here, look at this. This is real reporting right here from Lucas Witt. We have a video of Colin trying to give it a go. So.
Action yesterday is Jasper plays really well when Malachi Moreno's on the floor. Like, those two have a really good synergy together, so you want to see if those two can continue to improve on that, especially in a game like this tonight where Malachi's going to have a pretty tough matchup in Montas down there. Montas V. Down there on the block. And then Dalen Swain is like a big guy too. I think he's only like 6'7", but goodness Christ, man. But he's 6'7", but he's 2 or 3 games left on the SEC schedule, so you'd really like to avoid dropping this one. But there's a bunch of different little storylines we continue to talk about here if you want.
That Dalen Swain matchup in particular, Jacob, for Cam Williams, I think is going to be crucial. Do you think that Cam can give Kentucky a neutralizing presence in one of the best kind of two-way wings in the SEC in Dalen Swain?
Yeah, I definitely think he can. I think that Swain is obviously a really good player, but Cam's shown at times his defensive abilities, and as long as he's knocking down shots on the offensive end, he's a guy that you have to keep on the floor. And so I have high hopes for Cam Williams and in that matchup against Dalen Swain.
A Pope taking on Pope. Jordan Pope, a 37. Ready to make Kentucky pay if they allow it to happen. No ball watching, no sleepwalking. Like, that has to be near the top of the scouting report, making sure he does not get going from the perimeter.
Yeah, him and Marcus, like both those guys together, they're a lethal duo. They can explode for 20-plus points by their own pretty easily. So Kentucky will have to be really locked in on them. But it's really like they really only have like an 8-man rotation, Texas does. So and once you get past those top 4 guys, it does kind of drop off a little in terms of their consistent production.